Wrong button. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Ark. I'm Flinger Foo, and today we're going to be discussing the top 6 dinos that the solo player needs, not wants, needs. The ones that you absolutely can't live without. Because today we're going to be talking about the ones that they're not just handy. They're not like the Anki and the Doedicurus. They don't just speed up stuff. You can live without an Anki and a Doedicurus. Is it painful? Yeah, sometimes it is. Are they absolutely required? By no means are they required. But, so today we are going to be talking about the ones that you absolutely need if you're going to be playing Ark Survival Evolved and you're going to get to end game and you're going to be beating the game. Yes, so these are the top 6 dinos for the solo player. Now, granted, all the ones in this video are my opinion, so they should be taken as such. But I have lots of experience playing this game when it comes around to solo play, all sorts of stuff, soloing the Overseer, soloing all the bosses, soloing all the expansions, solo taming everything. So I think that my experience or my sample size is pretty dang high. But then again, take all that with a grain of salt. I'm not expecting that you guys, instantly believe what I have to say. Just know that this comes from a lot of experience. All right, so hey, let's get down to the first one. The first one, we're going to be heading our merry butt over this way. All right, the first one we're going to be discussing is this little guy right here, the Otter, because this comes in at number 6 for the most part because very few dinos or very few creatures or critters or shoulder pets in Ark, I'm going to call everything dinos, just so you know, even if it's a mammal, it's still a dino, all right? It's an Ark Survival Evolved, it's a dino. But yeah, these guys right here, very few creatures in Ark will determine how you spend your points when you level up in Ark. Otters are one of them. These guys right here, they influence how much fortitude that you put into your character as you go, because without one of these, you're gonna have to pump 30-40 points into your fortitude when one of these guys on your shoulder is equal to that by itself. All you have to do is pump up its melee damage and then just let him be your little buddy sitting on your shoulder and be super cute. Plus, they also have the added benefit of being able to carry a whole bunch of artifacts inside their inventory. They are the only shoulder pet that can do that. And for that reason, these guys come in as number 6 on the solo player's top 6 dinos. Alright, for this next group, we don't have to be in spectator mode. We just have them right here at our base. Because these next one, yeah, it's gonna seem like it's a bit odd, but it's really not. Now, it is actually one of 3 separate dinos. Now, the reason why I put it one of 3 separate dinos is because, do you need a Rex to beat the game? No. Do you need a Therizina to beat the game? No. Do you need an Allosaurus to beat the game? No. Do you need one of those 3? Absolutely yes. And that's why these guys come in as number 5. And it's not just one dinosaur, it's one of these 3. You will need one of these 3 or a mix and match, a mesh of every single one of these dinos. Because these dinos right here, they are important for beating the bosses, for going through and doing the Overseer, for going on and doing the other expansions, Scorched Earth, all those other ones. Once you get into Aberration, things change a little bit, and you might actually need to switch your gears just a bit, but it always comes right back around at the end, so where you do eventually need these guys when you're going on into extinction. That's right, Mr. Rex. So yeah, that's why these guys are coming in as number 5, and I know it may sound like it's a bit of a cop-out. It's really not, because the other dinos are actually more important for the solo player than just these guys, because the game isn't just about armies and bosses and stuff like that. The game's also about fun and enjoyment. So that's why I'm leaving these guys at number 5, so we can get into the better ones as we go a little bit down the list. All right, this next dinosaur or this next creature or this next feathered, whatever you want to call it, as we get down into this. We're going to be talking about number 4, and this one right here is going to be the Tyrannosaurus. These guys right here, ever since they made the kibble rework, ever since they redid all of that, plus all the TLC that's been going on, these guys right here are so valuable. Now, they're not just a little bit of valuable, they're so valuable. Matter of fact, when you're talking to your friends about it and you're discussing things, you need to be discussing them as so valuable. Because not only are these guys amazing for when you're doing the boss fights, the armies, do you always need one of these in your boss fight armies? Yes, you absolutely do, because the buff they get from their challenging roar is amazing. What they can do with the fear roar when you're in the tech cave and stuff, it's absolutely unprecedented. Not just that, but these guys, once you get Tyrannosaurus, it doesn't matter what level of Tyrannosaurus you have. All you need is the lowest level, level 5 ones, for the Tyrannosaurus eggs, so where you can make the top level kibble, and you can use the kibble for all the stuff. You can see that right here on this series that I'm currently engaged in doing, I think we're up to episode 70 or so right now. The only thing I use for my kibble is Tyrannosaurus. That's it. I don't have to go grab Argent eggs. I don't have to go grab any other kind of eggs. Tyrannosaurus eggs are the only ones I use for any kind of taming. Yeah, will I make kibble out of the other ones? Of course I will. But it's not necessary. If I have the lower stuff, I'll use it, but it's not really necessary when I've got Tyrannosaurus over here constantly popping out eggs, and yeah, it's just amazing. Build yourself a little pen like this, so where the eggs pop down the bottom, so all you do is have to go out, sift through the poop, collect the eggs every once in a while, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. You got all the kibble you need. All right, so now we're going to be talking about the number 3 one, and the number 3 one is the Baryonyx. Yeah, these guys right here are not just so amazing, these guys are absolutely phenomenal. I've done extensive testing with these guys to make them so where they are the best cave dino that you can get. Yeah, there's some caves where other dinos are better, but all around, these guys right here. Plus, also, with these guys, if you have a properly imprinted and leveled one, you really don't need other dinos when it comes to the underwater, except for doing one cave. And that's the hard cave, and that one right there, you go get an imprinted Basilosaurus, you go knock that sucker out. But how did you get that imprinted Basilosaurus? That's right, off the back of a Baryonyx. It is true. Baryonyx are the 3rd most valuable dino when it comes around to the solo player. They are so valuable. You get so much use out of these guys. It is phenomenal. I mean, I cannot overstate just how good these guys are when it comes around to the solo player. Not only can they take a beating, they can dish out a beating, plus they're also fully aquatic dinos. If you get an imprinted one of these guys, you can tank a Mosa and then tame a Mosa on the back of a Baryonyx without the need of a taming pen or anything of the sort. Yeah, it's impressive. I've done it. It's amazing. All right, so hey, now that we've discussed the Baryonyx coming in as number 3, now we're going to talk about number 2. All right, number 2 on the list. Yes, it is Thylacoleo. Yes, it is for very good reasons. Yes, it is because they are amazing. Yes, it is because you should immediately, as soon as you reach level to craft a saddle for one of these guys, go out, get 2 of them, breed them up, and then make them your babies, and then have the imprinted one go out and spend the most amount of time that you will on the back of this thing. That is true. That is what you will do. As soon as you are able to tame these guys, as soon as you're able to get the saddle for these guys, your mission in this game generally becomes, how fast can I get Thylacoleo? How fast can I get them breeding? I need to get them imprinted. I need to pay very close attention to the imprint, and then once all that's taken care of, I'm gonna enjoy it. That's exactly it. That's one of the goals for the solo game. It's kind of amazing. And it's not just a solo game when it comes around to that. It's a lot of the different game. A lot of people will do this when it comes around to Thylacoleo and just playing the game. Because once you get a Thylacoleo, your gameplay changes. It is that dramatic. It's just like the Cryo Orbs. Once you can get a Cryo Orb, your gameplay fundamentals, yeah, take that poop, you've earned it. Your gameplay fundamentals, they change from the moment you can craft Cryo Orbs. And it's absolutely amazing. So, Thylacoleo, even where a Baryonyx won't fit, even in places where a Baryonyx will fit, a Thylacoleo will outshine them. But getting to that stage, getting to that step, the Baryonyx is the next best thing. So between these two guys and the #1 dino, you don't really need any other dino if all you want to do is have the maximum amount of fun in the solo game. It's these top 3 dinos. That's right. So hey, as soon as you can, get your Thylacoleo on, get to enjoying it, because I have spent more time on the back of a Thylacoleo than I have doing anything else in Ark. True story. It's amazing. These guys are awesome. Get one, enjoy it. All right, now coming in at #1 on the list, it's no surprise. I haven't mentioned it before. You all knew it was going to happen. That's right, the Argentus. Yes, a lot of people might say, hey, why didn't you put a Quetzal on the list? Because a Quetzal for a solo player, it's not a requirement. It is not. That is just a bonus that you can get. Yeah, you can stand on the back of it. You can't do anything with the Quetzal that you can't do with an Argent and a Thylacoleo in your pocket. Trust me, it's amazing. Yeah, you can build on the back of a Quetzal. So what? That's my answer. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Because with an Argent, not just any Argent, a fleet of Argents, you can level these guys up, you can breed them, you can imprint them, you can get these guys so where they're hauling all your metal, you can get it so where they're hauling all your stone, because these guys have flying weight reduction. It is amazing, plus their stats are superb. Yeah, they're a little bit slower in the flying department when it comes to Tapajaras and Pteranodons and stuff, and maybe even Snow Owls, but it's really not that big of a deal when it comes to their trade-off. These guys are beefy, they hit like a truck, you can carry things in their claws, plus in your beak, plus in their inventory, and then you can take just about anything, lure it into a taming pen with one of these guys, and then you can tame it, knock it out. Bob's your uncle once again, make it your buddy. Argentus is the absolute #1 best dinosaur in this game for the solo player. It is amazing. It's just like the Thylacoleo when it comes around to changing how you play the game. And I like to consider every single playthrough of this game, it's a rite of passage to be able to get up to where the Argentus are and then tame one, knock it out, make it your buddy, and then go back and get another one so you can breed them, and then finally start getting them imprinted, and then get just the perfect Argentus for you. It is game changing. It is, yeah, it's amazing. And between these 3 dinos, the Thylacoleo, the Baryonyx, and the Argentus, you really don't need anything else other than, you know, a couple of the other ones on the list. But these guys right here, if all you're doing is playing for fun, all you're doing is playing for enjoyment, these are the only 3 that you really need. The other dinosaurs, yeah, they have their uses. A lot of them have really cool uses. A lot of them you're going to have a hard time getting by without, but also a lot of them are already on this list, and they're on this list for that reason. But like I said, if what you want is maximum enjoyment, these 3 right here will give it to you. If you want to go through and beat the bosses, add the rest of the dinos on this list, and you can easily do it. Totally a thing. So hey, yeah, if I didn't mention the dino that you were hoping I would, make sure you leave it in the comments down below. And I'm sorry, I apologize, I did not put Anki and Doedicurus on this list. I know a lot of people would probably be like, oh, well, that's of course gonna be on the list. No, it's not, because you can you can beat the game without an Anki and a Doedicurus. All it does is take time. That's all you're doing, is you're trading off your time for that dino. Yeah, do they help out? They really do, but it's not necessary by any means. All right, so hey, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope I didn't come off as a little too headstrong. And yeah, hey, if you liked the video, make sure you click that like button. I really appreciate that. If you're new around here, subscribe. And until next time, this is Flinger Foo. Take it easy, everybody.